Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your good brother, J News, with another edition of J News Japan, coming to you today to talk to you about Night 5, respectively, of the World Tag League and Best of Super Junior tournaments going on for New Japan Pro Wrestling. First off, Night 5, World Tag League, taking place on Tuesday, November 24th, live from Fukushima, Big Palette, Fukushima, 469 patrons, customers, fans in attendance. Let's kick it off. First match of the night, New Japan Dads, Hanma and Kojima went up against Yota Tsuji and Yuji Nagata. In this match, you have more of a domination from the New Japan Dads of Hanma and Kojima against the tag team of Tsuji and Nagata. Nagata was actually kept out of the ring for the majority of the match, 9 minutes and 18 seconds. At about, I would say the 6.5 to 7 minute mark, you saw Yota Tsuji start to put up some sort of offense, but it wasn't enough. Nagata got his licks in here and there, tried to stretch out Hanma for a bit or whatever, but that was always whatever Nagata's offense was during the match was always thwarted, and made sure work of as Hanma and Kojima went after the young lion. So the winners, Kojima and Hanma, in this match, with Kojima hitting the lariato on Yota Tsuji. First match of the World Tag League Night 5. We had David Finlay and Juice Robinson, Finn Juice, versus Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale, 9 minutes and 3 seconds worth of, I want to say it was solid action. Wasn't necessarily too keen on the outcome. Me saying that meaning I wasn't predicting that the Bullet Club team was going to win here, but when I was listening to commentary and Gino Gambino started talking about how Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale had a different strategy going into this match, it seemed like commentary was telling the story that Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale were going to be doing better through the rest of the tournament here, and this was going to be the start of it. So the 2019 World Tag League champs David Finlay and Juice Robinson were beaten in this match. Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale were able to hit the grenade launcher, which was a combination German suplex lariat combo kind of a maneuver, with Bad Luck Fale, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, committing to the German suplex. Oh no, it was Chase Owens committing to the German suplex and Bad Luck Fale with the clothesline on the opponent. So here we go. Bullet Club team. The B team, the Bullet Club B team here, with the 1 win, 4 loss, 2 points on their side, and then David Finlay and Juice Robinson with a loss get 2 wins, 3 losses, and 4 points after the bell had rung. Then we have the second tag league match of the night. It was Toa Henare and Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Yujiro Takahashi and Evil, the Bullet Club A team here. So this match went about 13 minutes and 3 seconds. Yet again, they were going after Hiroshi Tanahashi's knee. Toa Henare going off on his offense here. Basically, this match was more or less, I want to say it was anchored by the Bullet Club team, where I felt like they dominated the first half to, about 50% to 70% of the match. They dominated, and Toa Henare and Tanahashi were able to build a small comeback and were able to engineer a win here, even though I didn't feel like it was their best showing. So we have 1 win, 4 losses, 2 points for the Henare and Tanahashi team after the win, and then 3 wins, 2 losses, and 6 points for the Bullet Club A team of Takahashi and Evil, with Henare and Tanahashi winning with what they call the Toa Bob, when Henare hit that on Yujiro. Third tag league match of the night. Don't know why, but I expected more out of this match. I expected to be entertained, which I was, but it wasn't to the level where I thought it could have been. But that's just expectation at this point. We had Chaos members Toru Yano and Tomohiro Ishii versus the GOD, the Gorillas of Destiny, Tangaloa, and Tamatanga. The Bullet Club team here, I don't necessarily consider them A or B. They're just GOD because it is what it is. With those boys, they're the main attraction. They're the ones who seem to be the men on a mission here, even though they came out with the loss in this match. Toru Yano and Tomohiro Ishii didn't look like they were going to win this match for the majority of it. GOD, I felt, was in control. GOD, even with the underhanded tactics, with the master heater on the outside, helping out with the cane and everything in between, was keeping them in line for the win. But then ultimately, Toru Yano, who had exposed earlier one of the corners of the ring, obviously because of his turnbuckle pad, released as he does out every match, he was able to get some offense in one of the corners, hit a low blow, and go for the roll up on Tangaloa, and get the win after 12 minutes and 10 seconds. So now we have 3 wins, 2 losses, 6 points for the Chaos Faction team of Yano and Ishii, with 3 wins, 2 losses, 6 points for the GOD. So then, 5th match of the night, we had the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the Dangerous Tekkers, Zack Sabre Jr. and Taiji, versus Jeff Cobb and the Great O-Khan. Yet again, guys, I hate to repeat myself when it comes to this or whatever the case is, but I understand what commentary's job is to do for the wrestlers, to make sure that they put the wrestlers over and make sure that they make the wrestlers seem strong from an auditory basis. But I've said this before in my other reviews. Jeff Cobb and Great O-Khan, regardless of what Kevin Kelly and or Gino Gambino want to tell you, that they do not look like a good, well-oiled machine. It looks like 2 singles wrestlers in the ring, one at a time, going in there and doing their respective work, and trying to look good, right? For all intents and purposes, they have maybe one tag maneuver that I've seen them put together, and or something that comes to their heads makeshift towards the tail end of a match or whatever the case is. But Jeff Cobb and Great O-Khan do not look good together. There is not much chemistry there, regardless of what you hear and or listen to during commentary. That being said, 14 minutes and 50 seconds. The IWGP Heavyweight Champions obviously won this match because, god damn it, why would they lose this match to a rookie team? Zach Mephisto was hit on Great O-Khan. Zack Sabre Jr. gets the win here. Jeff Cobb looked decent. Great O-Khan, and Taiji and Zack Sabre Jr., the Dangerous Tekkers, up to their usual tactics. Last match of the night, main event of the night, which was the match I was looking forward to, and it delivered. Now, was it over the top deliverance? Not necessarily, but it was more than a solid match. I would have to say it was 3.5 to 3 3/4 stars. When it came to this match, YOSHI-HASHI and Goto, Chaos Faction members, up against Los Ingobernables de Japón, SANADA and Shingo Takagi. 17 minutes and 20 seconds of it wasn't necessarily a barn burner, but it was a good back and forth between both teams, which obviously showed and depicted their skill as tag team wrestlers. Good offense from Goto, as always. YOSHI-HASHI showing off his hard hitting ability as usual. SANADA as smooth and as cool as the other side of the pillow, as he always is. And Shingo Takagi still bringing the heat every time he's in the ring. So I enjoyed this match. This match definitely did its job as the main event of the night. At the end of it all, SANADA was able to put on the skull end on YOSHI-HASHI and get the tap out. 4 wins, 1 loss, 8 points for the team of LIJ. 2 wins, 3 losses, 4 points for the Chaos Faction. So to update you guys on the World Tag League leaderboard here, we have, let's see, top team, Takagi and SANADA, at 8 points. Then we have Ishii and Yano, the Dangerous Techers, God, and Evil and Yujiro, and Okan and Cobb at 6 points. Then we have Finjuice, Goto and Yoshi at 4 points, and then we have Hanare and Tanahashi and Chase and Fale at 2 points for the World Tag League. Then we have here the preview for Night 6 of the World Tag League. So here it is as it starts. New Japan Dad's match, Kojima, Hanma versus Yuji Nagata and Yota Tsuji. Then we have Ishii and Yano versus Jeff Cobb and Great Okan. Then we have Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens versus Toa Hanare and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Then we have the Dangerous Techers, Taiji and Zack Sabre Jr. versus the Bullet Club, A-Team, Evil, and Yujiro Takahashi. Then we have Finjuice, Juice Robinson and David Finlay versus Shingo Takagi and Sanada of Los Cinco Bananas de Japón. And then to round it about, the main event of the night, we have the God, the Gorillas of Destiny, Tonga, and Tonga Loa versus Chaos Faction members Hirooki, Goto, and YOSHI-HASHI. That rounds out Night 6 of the World Tag League. To move on, we have the Best of Super Juniors Night 5, which took place Wednesday, November 25th in Niigata, Tokyo Messe Hall. 887 folks in attendance that night. First match of the night, New Japan Dad's Tag, Kojima and Hanma versus Gabriel Kidd and Yuji Nagata, 7 minutes and 24 seconds. I want to say this was probably the best I have seen Gabriel Kidd in one of these tag matches with Nagata. Yes, he took the majority of the beating, but he also laid out good offense, especially against Kojima, which is where Gabriel Kidd wants to prove his mettle, not so much with Hanma. So it was a good showing for Gabriel Kidd. The New Japan Dads obviously win this match. Kojima yet again wins with the Lariato on Gabriel Kidd. 7 minutes, 24 seconds. First match of the night for the Best of Super Juniors 27 tournament. We had the Young Lion, Yuya, Yuwamura versus Hirobu Takahashi. 10 minutes and 43 seconds. Look, guys, all right, so about this match. I figured that we all knew what the outcome was going to be, right? Yuwamura was going to lose the match. But I figured with Hiromu, because of how exciting and over the top Hiromu's character is, and how audacious his moveset is, that we were going to see we would see at least more of an offensive moveset out of Yuwamura in this match, and I didn't get that. So I was let down a little bit by that part of the match. But outside of that, I want to say that Yuwamura yet again through this tournament is more or less proving his mettle, proving that he can hang. He's showing so much heart and so much tenacity, so much of that warrior spirit that is necessary to be used during New Japan matches, and being able to take on all these different levels of competitors in the junior division. So he was getting dominated in the early part of the match, but then he started to turn it on and started to give it to Hiromu Takahashi. And at points, Takahashi was so surprised at how Yuwamura was coming towards him during this match. And also, what you want to take away from this match as well is that Yuwamura, against protocol or whatever the case is, was able to do an off the apron to the outside of the ring plancha onto Takahashi, which was cool to see, even though it didn't look too pretty. But he was able to do something that was outside of the core moveset that Young Lions are allowed to do. So that was cool to see. But I felt like there should have been more of that, especially against Hiromu, being that he is basically the star of the junior heavyweight division. But like I said, 10 minutes and 43 seconds, Hiromu Takahashi actually beat Yuwamura with the Young Lion maneuver. He beat Yuwamura with the Boston Crab. Good match. Good turnaround for Yuwamura towards the tail end of the match to turn on all that offense against Hiromu. He actually hit his finisher on Takahashi, that underhook over the top throw suplex that he does with both arms. Or should we call it the straight jacket suplex? Yeah, straight jacket suplex on Hiromu, and he released him over his head, but he wasn't able to take advantage because he was too hurt at that point in time during the match. But it was cool to see Yuwamura hit that on Takahashi. But Hiromu did all his signature stuff outside of the time bomb, and like I said, he defeated Yuwamura with the Boston Crab. Second match of the night, Best of Super Juniors, Master Wato Doki. Wato here, and I stated this way at the beginning or for the preview for the tournament. This seems to be Wato's coming out party, and I wasn't wrong, because the way that they built him up earlier in the year, the way that they debuted him, and everything else in between, basically made me believe that New Japan Pro Wrestling was making Master Wato, or trying to make Master Wato into a star. And this is the way that they're trying to do it. Wato and Doki, 12 minutes and 29 seconds. It was a decent match, to say the least. Doki still doing solid work here in the Best of Super Juniors tournament. Master Wato, above and beyond, way more impressive in this tournament than he has been the entire year, which is basically what you would figure it to happen, because they need new stars in the junior heavyweight division, so they have to make him look strong. His offense has to look crisp, and his opponents have to make him look like $1 million, which they have been doing. So after this, we have 4 wins, 1 loss, 8 points for Master Wato with the win here. 0 wins, 5 losses, 0 points for Doki. And to go back to the previous match, Hiromu Takahashi, 4 wins, 1 loss, 8 points, and Yuwamura, 0 wins, 5 losses, 0 points. So third match of the night, we had Ryusuke Taguchi versus Boucher. 10 minutes, 51 seconds, and I would want to say that this was one of the matches that was kind of a toss-up for me, because I didn't necessarily know where this fit into the storyline of the tournament. Because the way that when I was listening to the commentary, they were talking about previous years where Bushi had started out the tournament slow, and where he wasn't getting any wins within the first 4 to 5 matches that he was in, at least in 2019 and 2018, and that this year Bushi was coming out strong. So I guess that was more or less the story here. With Bushi's win, now it's 3 wins, 2 losses, 6 points for Bushi. The loss here for Taguchi, 2 wins, 3 losses, 4 points. Taguchi, I would say in this match in particular, regardless of the butt crack comedy that they've been going with throughout the tournament in the first 5 matches, which I am not a fan of. I would want to say that Taguchi looks solid, Bushi looks solid. Nothing too crazy or out of the norm here in this match. But like I said before, the story here is more Bushi's rise to being a more confident competitor in the Best of Super Juniors tournament, and Taguchi more or less still being the crown prince, the clown prince of the Super Junior division. Then we had what I would want to call a match that went on a little bit too long. Robbie Eagles versus Taiji Ishimori. Usually we get great matches out of Taiji Ishimori and Robbie Eagles. This match was not bad by any stretch of the imagination. But I felt like it went on a little bit too long. The back and forth wasn't necessarily something that I was emotionally attached to. Unlike the next match, just because of the characterization of Taiji Ishimori over the years in New Japan. He's not a character that I've been emotionally involved with, or emotionally invested in. And Robbie Eagles is basically resetting himself in this case. And he's looked strong in the majority of his matches here in the Best of Super Juniors 27 tournament, which has been great for Robbie. Taiji Ishimori's looked dominant in the majority of the tournament, which is basically the way he should look, because he's the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. So this was more or less status quo. I just felt like the match went on too long, and it was just too much of a back and forth. I felt like this match, the time that went to this match, probably could have gone to Yuwamura and Hirobu Takahashi, to be quite honest. And I'm saying that because Yuwamura, regardless of the fact if he's a young lion or not, he's in a tournament, so it's not your regular basic line of New Japan shows. He shouldn't always have to have the first match of the tournament. I believe that they probably could have done better with Robbie Eagles and Taiji Shimura on a 10-minute match, and given more time to Yuwamura and Hiromu Takahashi. To be quite honest, that's just my personal opinion. But Robbie Eagles loses this match. Like I said, solid match. Nothing bad about it. It just went on too long. Robbie Eagles loses. 2 wins, 3 losses, 4 points for Robbie Eagles here. The win for Taiji Ishimori, 4 wins, 1 loss, 8 points here as Ishimori wins with the Bloody Cross. Then the main event of the night was exactly what it was, and it's exactly what it should have been. Show versus El Desperado got real heated, real personal, real stiff, real fast, and that's what you wanted to see from one of the members of Suzuki-gun, one of the better heels in the roster in El Desperado, versus the young, up-and-coming Super Junior heavyweight in Show of Chaos here. 18 minutes and 40 seconds. The back and forth was ridiculous to me. They know when to turn it on, they know when to turn it off, they know when to slow it down, they know when to pick it up. The pacing of the match was great to me. Good. I don't know what to say. Great showing from both of them. Not even good. Great showing from both El Desperado and Show. I honestly thought Show was gonna win the match at the tail end of it because he had him ready, and part up. He hit the jumping knee and he had him strapped on for the shock arrow, but Despi was able to get out of it, and was able to sway Pinche Loco on Show and get the win here. So 3 wins, 2 losses, 6 points for El Desperado. 3 wins, 2 losses, 6 points for Show, in what I thought was a very, very good, great match, and deserved the main event spot for night 5 of the Best of Super Juniors 27 tournament. Then we have night 6 preview of the Best of Super Juniors. So here we go with the leaderboard. To round it out, we have Master Wato, Hiromu Takahashi, and Taiji Ishimori all tied with 8 points atop the leaderboard. And then we have Sho, Boucher, and El Desperado with 6 points. We then have Ryusuke Taguchi and Robbie Eagles with 4 points. And then to round out the Best of Super Juniors tournament, at the bottom of the barrel, we have Yuwamura and Doki with 0 points. So night 6 will start as follows. Usual New Japan Dads tag match: Satoshi Kojima and Tomoaki Hanma versus Yuji Nagata and Gabriel Kidd. First Super Junior match will be Yuwamura versus Taguchi. Then we'll have Doki versus Del Desperado. That's 2 Suzuki-gun members going one-on-one. Not necessarily understanding why this should be the second match of the night. That means they won't get that much time. Doki is mathematically eliminated from the tournament, and so is Yuwamura. So they're not. They might play spoiler at some point in time during the next couple of matches in the tournament. Then we have Sho versus Master Wato. We then have Taiji Ishimori versus Boucher. I believe this should be a real good one. And then what I feel should be a barn burner in Robbie Eagles versus Hiromu Takahashi in night 6 for the Best of Super Juniors tournament. All right, y'all. I've got some more watching to do to catch up with night 6 for both the World Tag League and Best of Super Juniors tournament. As always, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. Thank you for always watching and staying with your boy. This has been your good brother J News with another edition of J News Japan. I'll be back in a couple of hours, or whenever you guys will catch the next video for night 6. And I also have to do and record the video for New Japan Strong aka the Road to Detonation shows that just aired, a show that just aired on Friday. Be good, y'all. Stay safe. Take care of one another, and stay wrestling fans, yo. I'm about this. I'll see y'all later on the flip. Peace.